Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome back to my space. YouTube channel still feels very strange. Yeah, so the year is ending. December is my favorite month of the year. It has like a lot of memories. A lot of my loved ones, they have like celebrations this year, and then it's Jesus' birthday's come, and then it's the holidays too. So I'm really excited. So I've been doing like a lot of reflections. I've been doing a lot of auditing, just going back to think about my career. So I thought to do a video on navigating career in my 20s and sharing tips, things I wish I'd done sooner, things I will do better of going forward. So I have my little notes app here, but I started working almost 4 years ago now, officially. So I had done a little, these little things you do as an undergraduate and all of that, but officially I am almost 4 years in the corporate space, and I have like a couple of things looking back now that I wish I had done better of. Number one, I wish I made more use of my undergraduate year. So what do I mean? I was the type that used to go to class, go to fellowship, back to hostel. I had that triangular lifestyle, so I didn't explore, I didn't partake in any departmental activities, I didn't do one moment please, I'm trying to pick up I didn't partake in any departmental activities. I didn't do any extracurriculars. I was just in church 100% of the time. When I wasn't in church, I was in class. When I wasn't in class, I was in the hostel streaming K-drama. So now, as a corporate person in the HR space, I always see people who are part of certain bodies like either JCI or ISEC, and they're able to gather this really great experience in their undergrad, and it just feels sad that I don't have regrets generally in life, but this was something I just wish I was more involved in, or something I wish I did better of back then. So if you're still an undergraduate, please make use of these associations. It doesn't even have to be extracurriculars like that. It can be leadership positions, because when I left school, I was as green as a horn. I knew stuff because I read a lot and I did like a lot of research. I love to research, so I knew stuff, but I wasn't able to experience these things firsthand. So I think that I could have landed on my foot a lot better than just sticking in my hostel. It's not like my hostel was even fine like that. So so this just boils down to I wish I started early. So excuse me. So I wish I started early. I wish I was more involved and all of that. Number two, I wish I explored more in terms of things I would enjoy doing as opposed to being stuck on a path. So just before I started my career, I realized I wanted to do human resources. So all my energy, all my time were focused on doing HR. I didn't want to do anything else. I just wanted, it was either HR or nothing. You know when they say go big or go home, I was ready to go home or be living under the bridge, because I wanted to do HR. So it was good for me because I was able to break into it as early as I did. However, now after being in HR, because I always knew at a point that I wouldn't really do HR long term, now I'm just trying to transition out of HR, and I'm not thinking that, okay, all those years, so I didn't even apply for graduate training roles, because there was always this chance of them putting you anywhere, and for me it was either HR or nothing, and I didn't want to be placed anywhere. So I'm like, so all these years of ditching everything else to have laser focus on this particular one goal, and now I'm saying that maybe it's time to pivot and do something else. So now I just started thinking that maybe I should have just allowed myself to explore early on in my career. But I don't have regrets, because I think all the experience I've built in HR has been wonderful, and they're like stepping stones for me to move into the next phase of my life. So yeah, I'm one of the advice I always give to people, when they tell me that I don't know what I'm going to do with my life, I tell them to explore graduate training roles, because you leave it to chance. So while it's a bit dicey, but if you don't even have anything you're setting up, it's a good place to start. Most guided training, they run like a rotational system across departments, so you're able to see firsthand what you love, what you don't like, and all of that. Yeah, and I wish I made more friends. So early on in my undergrad, I don't know, I think I've shared a story a couple of times either on a couple of my social media or just maybe WhatsApp, how I didn't have friends, but God helped me. God saw me and had mercy on me and brought really great people my way. So I wish I was able to make friends outside of my make friends outside of those, because we were friends in church, so I wish I was able to make friends outside of that, my church cycle. What I mean is make friends, my department, my hostel, just something around, just be able to increase my network, my classmates, faculty mates, random people in University of Benin, just be able to increase my network, increase the people that I know, and all of that. So these are all of the things that I don't have like a lot of regrets, but if you are just starting out, I would really encourage you to explore more, be open to doing stuff. You don't have to have it all figured out in the beginning. That was something I really wanted. I just wanted to just know what I was doing. Remember, I used to tell myself that, oh, if I wanted to do HR eventually, there was no point doing customer success or doing customer support or doing marketing if I knew eventually I would still pivot into HR. But I think as you grow in life, you begin to evolve, and things that you think are your wants or things that you think you would die for a couple of years ago would have changed by now, and you realize that, oh, okay, this is great, this is really great, but I think I'm at a place right now where I want to try something new. So just give yourself that time to explore, try other things. You don't have to niche down immediately and niche down. But if you already have, like me, it's never too late to pivot and to say, don't say, oh, all the years I've wasted studying this course, or all the years I've put into this career path, am I not going to move? Yes, you're going to move, and you're going to do it wonderfully. So it's important to be self-aware at every time in your life, so that you know when you're in a particular place just because you want to be there, or when you sense the time to move and you actually move. Now, going forward in my career, what am I going to do differently? Number one, I'm going to network a lot more. I am going to network a lot more. For somebody who is glued with indoors, I don't know how I'm going to do this, but in 2025 I am going to network more. I don't know if it's going to be virtually, if it's going to be physically. I do intend to attend like more events and all of that, but I intend to like network more, especially with professionals in my industry, professional in places I want to go to. I'm just tired of being a homebody and doing this career thing alone. You get? So I want to network upwards, network downwards, network like in a straight line across my peers and all of that. Number two, I'm going to be putting myself out there. In my last video, I mentioned about building in public. I'm going to build in public. I'm going to live in public. This does not mean I'm going to be vlogging my life 247, no. Or I'm going to be the Aspire to Magoya people that are on LinkedIn, no. It just means that I'm going to share what I know, share my experiences more with people. I'm looking to, one of the things I'm really passionate about is speaking to people about career growth on this channel. So next year I'm also looking to give back in terms of speaking to people in like really young people in school, maybe in their senior secondary school, like secondary school outreaches, just talking to people about like career, because these were things that I didn't have. So back then in secondary school, what we had was you were placed in either science or non-science or art or social science class based on your grade. So I was doing well everywhere. Not to toot my own horn, I was doing well everywhere. I was good with literature, I was good with government, economics, chemistry, maybe not physics, mathematics. I was really strong. So I think maybe the teachers didn't know how to handle cases like that. They just say, okay, since she knows math and physics, yeah, bundle her and take the science class. I remember I got my letter when I went to pick up my results after SS1. I got my letter that said I'd been placed in a science class that I had to resume. I think it's my parents. It wasn't really anything ceremonial. You know, there was always these science students are more intelligent kind of thing. So it was just that. But now looking back, I wish I went to social science class. If I had a do-over, I would probably do an undergraduate in business management or something of that line, something more social science oriented, as opposed to being stuck in a science course for like years and years and years, only to now want to change another. So I want to be able to. And then there was something else that happened. I didn't know what I wanted to do in the university. So I picked it's not next best thing. I picked the common thing and I applied for medicine and surgery because that was what everybody else was doing at the time. So I applied for medicine and surgery, and then they flung me. They even flung me to plant biology and biotechnology. But it was because I didn't know anything outside of medicine and surgery. Okay, maybe nursing, but that was like they were all in the same bucket. So I didn't know that there were courses outside of this, because this was all that had been ingrained in me, my environment, the people that I spoke to. So I'm looking for opportunities to speak to these people in secondary school, let them know that it's really not about that one course. If I would even give advice to anybody who's up and coming, I'd say take a gap year. Just take a gap year. I know that the Nigerian system is not convenient or suited to that kind of environment, but if you can, or if you have a ward that is not sure what they want to do at this time, let them take a gap year, and then this gap year they will be interning in a certain place. Let them see what the world of work is like and deduce what they are going to do going forward. So it might not be 100% accurate, but they need to be in control of that decision, per time, so that as they grow, they're able to make more choices, more informed choices, able to do better, and all of these things. So yeah, that's one of the things that I'm looking forward to doing in 2025. So if you have any of these speaking connects for secondary school, young people, teenagers, people writing jam, hit me up. Which there's no DM on YouTube, so maybe drop a comment and I'll reach out to you and all of that. Yeah, and I think the last thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to have fun. I have fun in a sense, but I have fun indoors. So I don't know if it's because I live in Lagos and I'm really very adverse to physical activity that is stressful. I'm a brain work kind of girl, like a strategy consulting, put things together, do analysis, do data. But you see, when it has to involve physical labor, yeah, you're not going to find me there. So I've been in Lagos for like a while now, but I don't go anywhere. Even after church, and like, oh, let's go. I'm like, please, there's traffic outside. Lagos is stressful. The whole thing, like, yeah. So I think I'm going to go out more. I want to go out more next year. Maybe I have to move from Lagos to do that, but I want to go out more next year, explore more things, go out of my comfort zone, just see what is out there, as opposed to just being in my own bubble. So just maybe think about like stepping out of my comfort zone and trying new things. Yeah. So I think, yeah, so I don't think this was going to be a long video. What are your plans for next year? How far along are you in your career path? What would you do differently? What would you change? What would you do differently? What would you change? What are you looking forward to doing in 2024? Until then, don't forget to like, to comment, subscribe if you haven't, share with your family members, anybody who's looking to maybe do a few things or get 1 or 2 tips on their career. My name is Rachel. I like being called Rach. On this channel, I share everything career related. Lifestyle, I'm still working on that. Career related, my faith, and all of that. Have a wonderful holiday. If your company closes for the year, if it doesn't, apologies to you. But have a wonderful holiday. See you next time. Bye.